Hello there, this is Haley, and this is the Armageddon Report. And we have potential Armageddon today in the form of severe thunderstorms expected over parts of the Central Plains this evening and overnight. So here's your moderate risk area today: Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa. And the moderate risk is coming because of the 45% chance of winds. So let's pop on over to the public weather outlook. That's, if you click that, this is the page you get. This is from the Storm Prediction Center. Anytime there's a moderate risk or higher, because it goes slight, moderate, high, they issue a public weather outlook where they put it in terms that we mere mortals can read. So, severe thunderstorms expected over parts of the Central Plains this evening and tonight. They're forecasting development of damaging winds and some very large hail over parts of the Central Plains this evening and overnight. Sounds kind of redundant, just already read that. Western Iowa, southwest Minnesota. Yes, you can see the map. So, here's what's happening right now. If you see, there's two mesoscale discussions in effect. We're going to talk about that shortly. But no watches and no warnings as of right now. So, apparently the main events have not really kicked off. So what we've got right now is up here, what we got, lower Michigan. Watch possible, so it goes from watch unlikely, watch possible to watch likely, and probability of watch issuance 40%. So at least an isolated severe threat may exist this afternoon, and then another mesoscale discussion down here. Probability of watch issuance 40% on Central Virginia, far north central North Carolina. So isolated severe threat over the next few hours. So we may see watches pop up for those or not, but those are not in the moderate risk area. So this is the reason we have the orange area today, because when it hits for wind or hail, when it hits a threshold of 45% and it goes all the way up to 60, it becomes a moderate risk area. I think for tornadoes, the threshold is at 15. Not completely certain about that. It's been a while. I'd have to look at the probability table that they have somewhere on the website. Anyway, so in terms of severe wind today, huge amount of places are affected. We've even got down here Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, maybe a tiny bit of Florida with a 5%, and then we've got the 30% here, as high as a 45% there. Hail, we have another significant hail chance going on. So we have as high as a 30% chance of hail. And then in the black hatched area is where 2-inch or larger hail is possible. So it's possible everywhere. It's more likely that it's going to occur there than anywhere else. And then there's that 5% there again. And tornado is not the biggest threat today. So that's by far the smallest probability area if you look at this, the winds and hail, quite all over the place. However, tornadoes, only 5%, and much smaller amount of states affected. So, what do the numbers mean? Let's go on over to the one where it's 45%. So if you are in the 45% area, that means there's nearly a 1 in 2 chance, if it were 50%, that'd be 1 in 2. Anyway, that you or a neighbor within 25 miles of you would see severe winds. So that'd be the 58 miles per hour greater, severe hail, 1 inch or larger, significant hail, 2 inch or larger, and any kind of tornado is severe. A significant tornado would be EF2, but since there's no black hatched area today, hopefully no significant tornadoes forecast. Tomorrow, we've got 2 different slight risk areas going on as well. So Texas and then a whole bunch of states going on. And if we break on over here, we'll see that the highest probability tomorrow is 30%, and then look how many states are affected tomorrow as well. So severe weather just all over the place. Day after tomorrow, slight risk areas again. Texas once more, and Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. Right, and if we see over here, again, with quite a few states being in the 5% area. And then day 4 through 8, once again, it's predictability too low. So that means there's severe weather on the horizon for days 4 through 8, but there's not enough agreement yet for the Storm Prediction Center to put something to say, we're pretty sure it's going to be here. Well, not pretty sure. We think it's going to be here and on this day. Right. Because nothing is certain. Things are changing all the time. That's why we have all this stuff, and we're supposed to stay cognizant of a word like that. We're supposed to stay up with the severe weather threat. So yes, if you are in the moderate risk area today, or any of this huge area of slight risk, you should absolutely pay attention. WikiWix is wickedwx.com. There's also weather.gov, Storm Prediction Center, wherever you get your weather, if it's TV, radio, you should pay attention to that today. Or, just look outside every so often and say, oh, look, hail. I guess I should run indoors, and I guess I should have put my car away already. Oops. See, that's why you want to stay prepared, so you have time to get the car in the garage before the hail starts to pound the windshield. Anyway, enjoy the day, and hopefully you won't be personally affected.